Hi there, I'm Minnesota's Sam Mo, and today I'd like to talk about autonomous vehicles and self-driving cars.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. DJ Samo.
All right, now I'm not sure if you've seen the recent pic of Tesla. One of their cars hit a state patrol car here, and I'll see you get the picture here for you guys. See there, I guess I was driving along. I didn't read too much what happened there, but uh, I'm going to kind of go over a few things with you about self-driving cars, my personal take on it, and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of driving assist and self-driving cars. I do think it's a cool idea, but I do believe it's decades away from actually being an everyday part of our lives. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk to you about why I'm not a fan of driver assist and self-driving cars. I own a 2014 Ford Expedition, and I get annoyed every time there's a heavy rain because it's got front and rear sensors on it, and when there's a heavy rain, the front sensors actually start going off, and they're thinking I'm going to hit a brick wall or something like that. And it is really annoying. In order for me to stop the beeping, I have to button mash the reset button while it's beeping. I feel like I'm playing a video game from the 1990s and on a pro wrestling game trying to button mash to do moves. I'm just trying to get the beeping to stop. It can be very annoying and very distracting. I have tried to disable the sensors. There's a setting in the menu where you can disable them. But only problem with that is every time I turn the vehicle off, start it back on, it defaults back to enabled. So then every time it rains again, I'm having to button mash that reset button to turn all the beeping off. And it is a very annoying beeping sound. It's loud. I've had passengers in my cars going, "What the heck is that noise?" I'm like, the truck thinks I'm going to hit a vehicle or a car or a wall or something. It's nothing to worry about. So now I got to thinking, I'm sure, the beeping is annoying, but I'm glad I don't have any of the driver assist features on there like a lot of newer vehicles do. I can imagine just driving around, and all of a sudden you get a heavy rainstorm and that front sensor goes off because of the heavy rain. It thinks you're about to hit the wall and slams the brakes on you while you're in the middle going like 55 miles an hour down the highway. Next thing you know, you're locked up, spinning out of control because driver assist kicked in and said you were going to hit a brick wall when there was nothing there. But I'd like to upgrade my vehicle also too, but I'm a little leery of all the new driver assist technologies. My mom, she does take some house cleaning and stuff, and one of her clients bought a brand new vehicle a few months ago, and it had all this driver assist technology on there. And after 2 weeks of driving it, they returned it back to the dealership and told them they could keep it and give them their old car back. Now, for me, I'd like to upgrade mine, but I'd like to have them see if they have the option of where I can disable all those driving assist options, and they stay permanently disabled until I try to turn them back on. Because for me, I'm a pretty experienced driver. I got many years on the road, and I live in Minnesota, so some of them driving assist features, when we get a blizzard, like lane keeping, they don't do me any good anyways, because half the time there's not a road to stay a lane into. All you got is big white patch of snow-covered road, and all you gotta do is keep it between the ditches. But once if they have where I can permanently disable it, and I'll probably be more interested in looking at getting an upgraded vehicle here. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against self-driving cars or driver assist technology, but I do think it needs to mature a lot more. In my opinion, there's a few things that need to happen first before autonomous and the driver assist can be more of a reality in everyday lives and be more consistent. One of the things that needs to be done is the car companies and the government both need to sit down together and form a set of standards and protocols for how the cars, they need to communicate with each other and the roadways, to find the best speeds and traveling distance and to make sure they don't hit each other. And, following the specs, how the car handles, so what speeds can it safely handle, given this road condition and that road condition. Now, to get those standards developed, like anything else, that's going to take usually quite a few years. I think like the DVD standard and the MP3 standard and stuff like that, so you could watch DVDs and play MP3s. I think those standards took like almost 5 to 10 years to develop. So we're a little ways away on that. Plus, they also need to make sure the standards and protocols, they got to be very secure, so they make them very hard for people to hack into and alter stuff, because you can imagine you got a whole network of self-driving cars and somebody changes a little setting and next thing you know, you're all smashing into each other. You get that, like in that one movie with all the cars, can't say what it is, I don't want monetization or whatever, but demonetization, but where you all start driving and attacking everybody, don't want that. And after they get the standards and protocols in place, next thing they need to do is also figure out the standards and protocols and upgrade all the roads in whatever country you're watching this. For us, it's America, so there's millions and millions of miles of roads, and they all need to be upgraded with sensors and communication devices so they can, relay information to the cars, to a central computer warehouse database, to decide how the traffic should flow on any given road at any given time. Because right now all the roads are dumb roads, and to have a self-driving autonomous vehicle on a dumb road is kind of dangerous. I actually seen a video on YouTube where they're testing out this feature where you can summon your car from a restaurant and it'll come out of the parking lot and come pick you up. Well, while they were doing that, they were in an empty parking lot. They were just testing the feature out. And one time it actually went into the wrong lane and almost hit a car that was in the parking lot. Then another time during that same video, that actually ran the stop sign. There happened to be a police officer there and actually pulled the car over when there's nobody actually driving it. It was just driving itself, which brought up an interesting little scenario on who gets the ticket. The officer ended up just, nobody's going to get a ticket this time, but other issues that have to be addressed too with the rules and regulations. But yeah, they have to upgrade all the roads. That includes parking lots too, not just the roadways. Parking lots also have to be upgraded with sensors and technologies so the cars know when to stop and how to park and where to park. And then one of the other things that needs to happen is one of the hardest things after all the standards and the roadways are being upgraded is that not only will the new cars and trucks have to have that new technology installed on them, but they're going to have to find a way to get all the old cars on the roads upgraded with the new technology too. Otherwise, they might have to be forced into the junkyard, and I don't want to see any cars put in the junkyard that don't have to be. I'd like to find a nice way for them to be upgraded so they can at least communicate with the roadways and the other cars to let them know they're on the road, but they don't have any of the driver assist technology. They can maybe just tell them, all right, I'm on the road, I'm going at this speed or whatever, and this is the type of vehicle I am. And, there's a lot of passionate car people out there, they got their classic cars and they like to drive them out on the roads and everything. And I don't see them putting driver assist technology in their vehicles anytime soon. So it'll be a very hard sell, especially to the classic car community and stuff. Me, myself, I'd love to have like a 67 GTO, drive that around and stuff. But yeah, to summarize though, in order for all these autonomous vehicles and driver assist technology to work, they're going to have to set up a set of standards and protocols. Roadways will need to be upgraded with sensors and communication equipment. And getting more, once the technology is developed, getting more of them cars on the road that have the new standards and protocols for communicating with everything, and stuff. Because the more cars you have on the road, the more better the system will work. Until then, I just want to drive my vehicle. Until we get to the point where you don't have to worry about, you can let go and the car will drive itself. I want to drive it myself. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you want to see videos of more random topics. Mainly what I'm going to be doing, I'll pick a random topic and talk about it. Give me anything from cars to blankets to maybe I got a new juice blender I want to show off or something. All right, thank you guys, and have a good one.